Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another walkthrough of the Outer Worlds with your boy Mugen, man. Space Cowboy the Third, man. You already know. It's a pleasure and honor to have you join me. Oh, and as always, it wouldn't be a stream if my voice wouldn't crack at least once. So let's adjust as I get back into the groove of things. Get in the flow, man. To gain more confidence. My voice won't crack so much. Get like a little nervous, like, huh? And like, oh my god, bro. Be like that. So, needless to say, let's get it. Alright, yeah. You were with me last time. We had to, I think get some supplies, or actually go to this printing spot for this freaking the leader of the Kino class, or whatever the frick their names are, bro. Oh, like a little vault. Niles. And actually, I went over my weapons last night off recording and stuff. I actually wanted to try out this little saber right here and see what this is about. See what that's about. I actually wanted to try out because I noticed that one thing that I haven't been paying attention was actually the damage. Actually looking at the damage right below long guns under skill. I was always just looking at the DPS, seeing how much they do per second, but not really looking at the actual damage of the weapon. And even though I was noticing that this one does 306, right, and this one does obviously 1,000, but the damage is 75, and it's because it's a light machine gun, so per second it's doing 1,000 damage. And then there's this one 65. It's a little bit below. It's a level 18, and then the Hammersmith does 153. But look at this one though. I was not noticing. I would always just I would ignore it because I was like, oh, DPS. Not realizing that the damage is 228, bro. So I want to try this one out. Put it in place of the silencer for now. I actually wanted to try this corrosive flamethrower, even though my other flamethrower does more damage, and they're both actually level 16. But I guess because it's fire and I don't know, corrosive, different kind of damage. A little heavy, 5 pounds probably. Put that right on that class. And then don't really have anything else for electricity, so that was one thing now that I was starting to realize. But these both do heavy damage, so I kind of want to find another light weapon that's light ammo, or maybe because there's this one does thunder and it's a heavy one. This one's an energy though, because I'm trying to like separate it, melee, light, heavy, and then energy, so I'm able to like use every other ammo. I'm not just using one ammo the whole time and just going through my whole supply of one ammo and stuff, and trying to test out different like spreads of effects and stuff, like the burn. This one does burn, but it does corrosive damage though. So there's stuff like that, kind of like Mass Effect and Destiny have it with the whole elemental stuff. So I was trying to test some of that stuff out. Because then if that's the case, I could always do this. I could put this and substitute equip on the third, right, for heavy, and then put this for light for different kind of style playthrough with a shotgun. Test out this little thunder assault rifle. Kind of want to use it. Does 78 damage. Probably 2 more damage, but this one only has 24 bullets in the magazine. I think you might be able to upgrade it, but I wasn't too sure. I think I did not look at it too closely.
Excuse me, but this area's off limits. We got a leaky generator. It ain't safe. That's my nice way of telling you to sod off.
I need to get inside.
And I'm just gonna let you walk on in? Why's that now?
I'm gonna just lie. I'm here to investigate reports of a mantis swarm infestation.
Oh, of all the void damned. I ain't getting eaten alive for a couple of bits. Pack it up, crew!
It's too quiet. What are you up to out there? Hello?
Do you have a moment to talk about our salvation through the Order of Scientific Inquiry? Relax. The sublight squad is gone.
Relax. I've been cooped up in here for almost 2 days. Who are you anyway?
I'm Mugen. Graham sent me to collect supplies.
Oh, finally. Tell Graham that this is the last run I'm doing. Sanjar's declared a stop sale to you lot, but even if he hadn't, I'm not risking my neck anymore.
Alright.
I don't know how you got those goons to leave, but thank you. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing press? Here, take them. Like I said, this is my last run.
Where will they get their supplies now?
Law help them. I don't know. Maybe Sublight can lend a hand. I should go. Look, Graham's got a bit or two left in his account. I can send one last dropout before I wash my hands of this. What do you want delivered?
Some high-capacity data cartridges? Source suggested extra food and medicine.
I always took that woman for the sensible type. Good on her. I'll send some along. Give them all my regards. And good luck out there. Don't go getting eaten. Go on. I need to get moving.
I actually wanted to ask her more questions. I was actually thinking about it too before I was actually thinking about this before I was going to sleep, but that I could like Fallout, isn't there like stuff like here like Mentos or stuff like that that you could take to like boost your intelligence and shit like that probably. And we'll go see about Catherine. I'm gonna go see if I can make a deal with her and like see what she tells me. I'm not gonna actually try to kill her. This is sealed, so there's some way that you get in there. So I want to see what she has to say. Like, can I make a little deal with her or something?
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are fine.
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... we'll continue this later. Welcome back, Captain.
Who are the Van Noys?
They're hunters. Badass ones at that. Hope they're all right.
They're our best unit, and now they're missing in action.
And we'll continue that discussion later.
I got your rollers. The rest of your account went to food and medicine.
Thank the Eternal that someone's got some sense in their head. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When's she coming?
I don't know what you guys did to piss him off, but Sanjar isn't selling to you anymore.
The board must have gotten a hold of him at last. This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanjar, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That idiot just declared war.
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony.
Let me ask you something about spreading the truth.
Yes?
Why go through all this trouble? What are you trying to
The
accomplish?
corporations have been shackling workers' souls for centuries. Workers are glorified slaves to their companies, to their society, to their own minds. Free will has all but vanished. I believe that by freeing oneself from the corporate structure, indeed from the very rules of man, one can find their own truth. And, through that, the cosmic truth that binds us all. The eternal truth.
What exactly are you going to put in these magazines?
A subtle lesson here, a word about the eternal there. In small ways, I hope to bend the public's mind towards seeing the truth.
Even if we clean up the press, how will you get the magazines to Terra?
Our very resourceful Sublight friends have already agreed to help. For their standard fee, of course. They'll replace periodicals around the colony with our subtly edited versions. The board's workers will learn of our truth without even realizing it. Certainly.
Time to fix up the printing press then?
The print... Oh no. Graham. You didn't.
I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best. Meet them there and find out if they've been successful.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They went willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Noys saw the printing facility with the same importance as I.
The hell's the sense in recruiting if you're just gonna get them killed?
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duties for which we recruit them.
Yes! You're damn right he could have. But he's so obsessed with preaching that he's become blind to our actual problems. Look, just... if the Van Noys are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like this, I have a feeling we'll need them.
I do everything I can. Fucking yeah, this dude. He doesn't seem like the very most capable leader, bro. Like he has his priorities kind of all mixed up.
I hear you're into Graham's philosophist hogwash, Felix.
Yeah, if by philosophist hogwash you mean the virtues of enlightened anarchy.
Organizations separate us from the
I wanted to see if you could like add stuff to it, because everything else you could like modify it, but I guess these special weapons like have names and stuff and that little like background shit right here, can't really like mess with those all too much, which is kind of whack.
You ever seen a rat play plumbing? You see sprats running around building roads? Maybe the folks we have at the top ain't exactly leadership material. But if we tore the whole thing down, we'd be kings and queens of a wasteland.
Correction? Kings and queens of an awesome wasteland.
I'll take toilets over freedom any day of the week.
Toilets over freedom any day of the week, huh? See, that's the thing though. I mean, anarchy could work in a way or it could not. I mean, in a way, we always see that humanity always just finds order in their own way, bro. Like, even if there was anarchy, there wouldn't always be truly anarchy. Like, humanity, like, we've always seen it. Humanity always finds a way to create order in a way. Structure. I mean, it might just be a video game, but, I mean, in Fallout, pre-war money really wasn't...
Body? You could dump it in that sulfur pool.
Like, this planet really does remind me of like a capital wasteland, though, or just the wasteland.
Hey, Cass. Knock, knock.
Catherine Malin could sour milk just by glaring at it.
She's fine. Well, so long as you ain't on her bad side.
How's Clive? I do hope you gave him my regards.
Huh. Guess not. Guess there isn't no interesting dialogue other than just attack. And I might have just given Sanjar the keys to this place too, because I feel like that cube was really the answer to a lot of things on this planet. Yeah, like I was saying, I feel like I gave Sanjar the key, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know what he's up to, but it just can't be good, man. It just can't. Can I increase my... Can I increase my intelligence by taking something? My intelligence, yeah.
Have you handled it? 'Cause the king don't care to wait, friend.
Is that a blind taste test in the other room?
Indeed it is. Did you partake of the experiment? I would like to hear your assessment of the quality of each sample, if so.
I haven't
Don't wait
yet.
so long the meat rots. Then I won't be able to trust your answers.
Why can't you and Catherine just bury the hatchet?
Betwixt her shoulder blades? Gladly. You desire that I should lower myself to Catherine's level of crassness and filth? I cannot fathom how that would cotton myself. The king built this golden monopoly brick by brick from the rubble when the corpse abandoned monarch. No, he ain't the sort to partner up, as that requires the sharing of power and profits.
Think I don't recognize human remains? Those aren't cysty pig parts. I want to say
You
that.
think to blackmail me? Try it. The king will grind you to bone spurs and toenails.
I only meant that as what you do as a skill account would highly value.
For true? You figure she will appreciate my skills? They did take me years to perfect. However, I remain unconvinced she could provide the means to make the association worth my while. If you ain't noticed, I'm doing swell, ruling this kingdom on my own.
Your staff doesn't appreciate you. They slack on the job, gossip behind your back.
Ah, but Catherine would admire a man of my inclinations and skill. That is what you imply, yes? She will supply the worship I so rightly deserve. Very well. The king is interested. John Hancock me on the dotted line, friend. I will even give her a cut of the profits, requiring she keeps clear of my short hairs.
Glad you come to your senses.
Do not push me. I am not one to suffer insults. Tell Catherine she is permitted to dump the bodies each and every Tuesday, precisely at 3 a.m.
That went better than expected.
How's Clive? I do hope you gave him my regards. Oh, this ought to be good. What does he mean to offer in exchange for his no-account life?
Clive is willing to be your cleaner if you leave the factory to him.
True enough. I got bodies piling up, drawing attention where they ought not to be. But if I take the factory, I don't need Clive to dispense of my messes. Can appoint someone to handle it myself.
Who's better to handle the cleaning than Clyde? The sublight idiot's mucking it up now.
Point taken. Good help is hard to come by. Plus, Clive doesn't seem the type to upchuck his boards during dismemberment. Still, you're asking me to walk away from easy money.
Running a factory is hard, tedious work.
So are a lot of things in life. And your point is?
Clive is offering a cut of the profits and free body disposal every Tuesday, 3 a.m.
All right. Color me convinced. Reckon I owe you a finder's fee. Don't spend it all in one place. Unless it's here.
Found one of your sublight supply runners hiding in the cave.
I'll presume you mean Arthur. The one you sent scurrying back like a sprat with his tail cut off? Reckon I'm happy he's alive. I'd be happier if the marauders who botched my drop were dead.
Alright, that's enough for now.
What was that?
Hey, it's the twins. Surprised you two needed backup.
Nyoka, you're a sight right now, I'll tell you what. We are up a creek.
I bet. You really come this far north for a printing press?
Yeah, I know, but that's the mission. Don't suppose y'all are busy right now. Thank the Eternal. We could use a hand. But we can't leave without patching these guys up. Acker here is bleeding out and Jensen can't see straight. Our medic has got our trauma kit, but we got separated. We ain't seen him in a couple of hours.
Any idea where he went?
Yeah, on account of giving him the order. He's searching the old settlement to the north of the press.
Alright, got it. I'll see if I can find him. I was here earlier. Said just north, huh? The medic.
Go!
Get it off! Get it off! Everyone all right?
That shit shoots out green, bro. That's fucking cool. Oh my god. I think this corrosive damage would do really good with against the Manta Queens. This shit was huge, bro. Oh my god. Freaking metal. You gotta self-separate it, man. Damn, 200, bro. Jesus. Man, I low-key want to change the sniper to something too, like a plasma or some shit, bro. I might. Honestly, dude.
Any luck out there?
Find your trauma kit. I found your trauma kit. Your medic is dead.
Oh, fuck. Well, that's better than nothing. Thanks. We'll head out as soon as we're patched up.
You see, bro, I did come here. Man, this dude is dumb. He's just sending his men to die, bro. Like, they should be focusing on solidifying themselves first. What the fuck? Did you just open that? The fuck you open that for?
That's the last of him. What's up, boss?
That shit does nothing. What is the point of that shit? Oh. It does. It like does damage over time. I don't know, bro. That's cool and all, but then like after you put it on, for some reason, like everything else starts in your inventory starts looking like it's less, but it's not. Dude, what the?
Wait for this.
To whom it may concern, I, Caden Chester, do hereby declare my official resignation. Delivery services to the Terra 1 printing facility OD 2214 shall cease forthwith. During my tenure service, I have made known numerous complaints regarding the hazards of working on this law-forsaken rock, including but not limited to the infestation of unknown insects in my sinus cavities, resulting in weeks of unpaid leave. The as yet, oh my god, unknown insects in my sinus cavities? What the fuck kind of insects, bro? Is it? It's dude okay? What happened? He had to get surgery? Like, what? And as yet, an unreimbursed loss of several articles of clothing due to acidic properties of local atmosphere, the constant unrelenting aggression of local wildlife, a persistent itching and coughing malady in my lungs likely due to breathing in trace of amounts of sulfur, equally persistent indigestion, a symptom of overall nutritional problems stemming from the fact that I am in fact allergic to fish, which is the main diet provided to service workers based in Stellar Bay. I have received the following responses to these complaints, all of which I deem unacceptable. At my resulting loss of olfactory senses, I was deemed, quote, lucky to no longer suffer the stench of fish and sulfur. My wardrobe was replaced with uniforms out of Stellar Bay, which suffered the exact same degradation, and I was thus no better off. At my assistance, I was awarded the service of local hunter 1N Wentworth, who went the entire service call inebriated and offending my sensibilities with off-color language. After a thorough medical examination, I was found to be in working health, which was deemed more fortunate than many. At my instance, that additional dietary needs be offered, I was instead awarded extra supplies of toilet paper. Oh, so it's like, oh, so you allergic to fish? We'll just give you more toilet paper, bro. Just deal with the diarrhea. Just deal with it. You just gotta deal with it. After this latest response, I hereby tell whoever is reading this to go hang themselves, and that your replacement roller, ink cards, belting, bindings, keys, stamps, lubricants, and whatever else is in these informal boxes can be all found rotting in the wilderness. Good day to you. Oh, well, shit, that dude was pissed. He didn't like that shit at all. Damn, 438 bits.
Great work.
Don't mind if I do. UDL mask. Man in crowd. 2 women crowds taking one of our cards. Breathing fag. We believe none of our masks are attached. Filters to the manufacturing. Your current rollers are capable of retaining efficiency in our environment. We have no evidence to support your claim that the rollers are degrading because of this fucking air. Yeah. No, we're not celebrating Terry's birthday. Terry's dead, folks. I know he meant a lot to everyone here, myself included, but this ultimately demise may be a lesson about safety in the workplace. Don't pet the canids. Oh my god, dude, pet the canids and it fucking died. We're leaving. To our employees of Terra 1 Publications, yes, the rumors are true. We're leaving. The board has decided to cut their losses and operate on Terra 2 instead. In accordance with the evacuation orders, we are to await a shuttle out of Cascadia. When we get word that our ride is on the way, we'll shutter this facility, pack everything up, and lock the door on the way out. Until then, however, we are expected to continue working. I'm sure reassignments are forthcoming, but that's not an excuse to slow down. We still have magazines to publish. Our customers are eager to find out what happened in Dissident Hunter number 112. Showing Terra 1, the notice issued on January 12, 2343 serves as public denouncement of Terra 1 as a feasible workplace environment due to the hostile and aggressive nature of the wildlife, as well as the unsustainability of its natural flora for use in human consumption. The Halcyon Holding Corporation's board has officially enacted a hazardous cost covering the entirety of Terra 1. After an evacuation period of no more than 6 months, Terra 1 will officially be considered illegal territory. This is a unanimous decision. Any corporation caught operating on Terra 1 after the vacation period will face fines, possible disbarment, and defined in Halcyon Code 20. Damn. So that's what the fuck happened. They just denounced it. And anyone that was here is just fucked. Faulty roles, consult your nearest printing engineer. Alright.
Felix, I overheard you listening to Tossball. You a fan?
Am I a fan, she asks. I've been a fan since the Rangers won the Tripicale crown.
Right. Explain something to me. What the hell is the point of the six-pack?
Oh, it's easy. See, the 6-back protects the 4th back from the 8th back. You want to think of the 6-back as your 12th line of defense, yeah? Unless, and this is important, the game's in the 3rd half. In that case, a good 6-back knows how to pivot toward defense in case the other team runs the field.
I'm even more confused now. I'm just gonna turn my brain off and try to enjoy it.
Also the slogan of the Anti-Cleo Darlings.
If you'll just listen...
No, no more listening, no more preaching. We are losing people left and right. We need to act.
Enough, Zora. I'm not putting the torch to innocent people. Do you want to bring the board's cruisers and gunships down on us? Captain, apologies, but our situation grows dire. Our people talk of foolish endeavors. What news do you bring?
There are gunships. They sure didn't stop me from landing here.
They are armed all the same. All they need is a good reason, and war is one such reason.
Is that what you're arguing about? Going to war with someone?
We're out of time. We need food and ammunition. We need to hit Stellar Bay while we still have the manpower to do it.
Are they really doing better than you are?
Doubtful. But we don't need much, and Sanjar isn't going to share.
That seems desperate.
It is. We are desperate. We're starving. My people are dying left and right.
You want to attack the city?
Yes, I know it's drastic, but it's clear that Sanjar will never cooperate. And if it's him or us, I choose us.
Sure, but that seems desperate.
It is. We are desperate. We're starving.
I see, listen.
Excellent.
Did you find the Vanois?
Yeah, they're lucky I got there in time. Else they would have been Raptidon dinner.
Thank the Eternal.
We're one step closer to bringing the truth to every man, woman, and child in Halcyon. For now, you can tell Hiram that I'll stop using Devil's Peak. From the pits of our eternal souls. Thank you, Captain. I have much to do, articles to write, sermons to ponder. We live in such an exciting time. Let's talk later.
Hey, I need to see to the wounded, but drop by the clinic when you can. I want a word.
Well, this is interesting. Yoko, what do you think I should do? Oh, motherfucker, you right. Give me some motherfucking space, don't you think, bro?
Greetings, friend.
You just right fucking next to me like that, bro. That was a little weird. Guess since you wanted to come into the med, I'm here.
Hey, Captain. I need your help, and we ought to keep it hush-hush. You know about what happened here, right? The history of Amber Heights?
You're talking about the massacre. Back when the corps were pulling out, pirates raided the place and killed the MSI bigwigs living here.
Right. Common belief is that the pirates fled to an old relay station that had already been abandoned, but nobody could find them. The station's locked up, but one of my people found an old data cartridge in a nearby rat nest. It's mostly corrupted, but I pulled a couple codes off of it. One is the code to the Amber Heights gate. I don't recognize the other, but it's similar. I bet it opens a door.
Okay, go to read see if the code's useful. Anything else? I don't get what's so important about this. Don't you have bigger problems?
I surely do. But it's not far, and if they died in there, they died with their munitions. We'll need them. Besides, if it's filled with valuables from the aristocrats who lived here, we can pawn them off on Sublight and get ourselves ahead on our food budget.
Why are we keeping this to ourselves?
Graham isn't fond of talking about the history here. He had friends who worked here. The massacre hit him pretty hard. You know him. Live and let live and all that. I don't want to burden him right now, especially if this ends up being a dead end.
The Amber Heights gate?
Right. The access codes to Amber Heights. What gets me is, if this belonged to the pirates, that means they knew someone there. If someone gave them the gate code, all those deaths, Captain, all that blood is on their hands.
Random door code doesn't sound useful, though.
I know it's a long shot, but if we miss something there, if you can get into that station, maybe we can get some answers.
Alright, okay, go to the relay station, see if this code is useful.
Just a
Anything else?
warning. The area is infested with mantisaurs. I'd send some help, but we're, preparing for war.
Right, I'm on it.
Appreciate it. Here's the code. If it works, bring back anything you find. Supplies are best, but information's good too. If someone was behind the Amber Heights massacre, It'd give a lot of people around here some closure to find out who and string them up. Good luck. Watch out for the Taros.
Why do I have a feeling that it was Sanjar, bro? Like, I feel like he was the one that was really behind that whole fucking mess, dude.
Here we go. I am a...
Everyone all right?
How was it so bad? I think I had cleared out this place earlier too. Sublight, Hemlocks, eye patch. Who the fuck is Hemlock? Messages. Communication functionality has been disabled and have been archived. The substation has been decommissioned following the closure work order UDL 211. UDL status report 1. Tunnels are in, cables are laid, Devil's Peak is receiving, but we're waiting on signal confirmation from the outpost. The whole place stinks of sulfur. We think we should have brought mass. I'm sure I heard something in the caverns beneath the tower. Something's living there. Here's hoping we don't unsettle it, or else the place is gonna be or else this place ain't gonna be as safe for our cable guys. We got a signal from Emerald Heights, Stellar Bay, Cascadia. Still working on word from Bayside Torrens and Aurora Ridge. I had a note that I was right about those caverns. They ain't safe. Some kind of hell. I don't know. A big thing with claws. I ain't an animal scientist. Can't wait to get the hell off this rock. Closure work order UDL 211. Damn. Work order has been completed. The substation will now be disabled and closed off. It should be noted that the lead engineers, Franklin Walker, like I'm not even gonna try to say that, has perished due to a workplace accident involving hostile wildlife in Devil's Peak Cavern. Should be further noted that Mr. complaints regarding the dangers of Terra 1 wildlife have been redacted. They were redacted, bro. What the hell? 117, the issuing of hazardous clause for Terra 1. The notice issued on January 12, 2343 serves as public denouncement of Terra 1 as a feasible workplace environment due to the hostile. Oh yeah, I already read this. This shit was like sent everywhere. Die for this damn fool, and when I know it. He said Amber Heights was gonna have bits, then we can spend, but those suited morons up and spent it all for us. Books, vases, and pretty shit. You can't eat a fucking book. Look at us now. All of the clauses to coop up in and lick our wounds, we had to choose the one that's said to lock itself up. Look at us now. Out of all the clauses to coop up in, lick our wounds, we had to choose the one that's set to lock itself up. Feel like a marauder digging at the walls like this, but we gotta get out of here before we starve. It ain't possible, but Nelson over there trying to keep our spirits up, and I don't got the energy to fight him on it. Screw that Brian fella. Eyes bigger than his fucking stomach. So did they fucking eat? Did this dude just eat everyone? This dude was like the last one alive in here, bro. So what the fuck happened to everyone else? This motherfucker ate everyone, bro. They were all stuck in here, dude. Like, I guess after everyone left, this fucking planet, like, that's why most of these doors are just locked and you can't even open them. I guess that's their explanation for that or whatever, but dude still hasn't cleaned up people's bodies.
It's over and done with.
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence, which leads me to believe you have sweet, sweet news for me.
Yep, The MSI and the Kinoclast are no longer transmitting as a date already?
Yes, indeed. I am back in business. But before we get down to it, might I ask how you handled the problem? In the end?
Does it matter? Job's done.
Is that so?
You're an information broker. If you want to know, it'll cost you.
Oh, I believe it will. But the price I pay won't be to you. No, we've a bigger deal to settle. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments.
Phoenix doesn't trust many people. How'd he hook up with you?
You make it sound so scandalous. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history.
Now you hold on. I do not physically go between anyone but that of my choose. Oh, apologies. You meant, right. Yes, I braved the wilderness, so you don't have to.
Precisely. I really ought to give you a raise.
And I bet I have a whole new checklist of crowd to do before it works, right?
Don't be ridiculous. We're resetting a broadcast tower, not filing taxes. There are no errands, spreadsheets, or rituals involved. It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here.
That's it? You're not pulling my leg?
Someone has trust issues, though I can't hardly feign surprise. Yes, that is all. No, I am not mocking you. Much. Just step outside, flip the switch, depart forever. Understood? Good. Marvelous. We're in agreement.
This is why I stopped helping out around here, you know. It's always throw this lever, shoot that marauder, save my life. Just one thing after another with you.
Yeah, we heard you the first time. Let's just get this over with.
Got it.
Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel electrocutes you.
Testing 1, 2, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We are a go for broadcast. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower.
Made me come back in there.
There's no need to assert your dominance. I doubt I could make you do anything you don't wish to. Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior. But I must admit I have grown rather fond of you. As Nyoka can attest, I do not form attachments with many. Do take care.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. He really does like you, Captain.
Boss, are you seeing this?
What the fuck? Yo.
Black holes. Did you see that?
Whose ship was that?
Looks like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I guess it's one of the board's blockade enforcers, but don't cite me on that. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect, save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting? Yes, but... Hiram, are you there?
I really should have just killed all of you. I'm gonna go with this one. Oh, it's a reunion. Group hug.
Not without a physical contact waiver. Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off.
You're acting like children.
Par for the course, really. You should do like I did. Get out while you still retain a shred of sanity. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. Speak with Phineas. See where the ship landed. They could still stick the landing. 010 from the Monarch's judge. From the Monarch judge. Alright, how about this? We're gonna go talk to Zora, finish that up, and then go talk to Velma, and then we're gonna conclude the walkthrough there. And then when we come back, I don't know if I should go talk to Phineas first. Get off this planet and then maybe come back, or I stick around this planet and retrieve the gun module. That's pretty much the only quest that's really here. I'd rather just speak to Velma and then Zora, and then that's it.
Must have been nice, throwing off the shackles of your old job, taking up the rugged life of a hunter.
Sure, it's... Wait, what?
Board must have forced you to do something till you decided to be a hunter. I was hauling boxes till the boss picked me up.
It's not like I threw off the shackles of some other life. I grew up on Monarch. I've always been a hunter. Anything else would be a waste of my outstanding talents.
I get it. You picked a path for yourself and never looked back. According to the board, what you did was impossible.
The board also claims it's impossible to live on Monarch, yet here I stand. They believe gainful employment necessary to one's survival. I believe the board can kiss my ass.
Welcome back. You find anything out there?
I found a box of data cartridges.
Let's see. These are old. Looks like correspondences between the pirates. Some bits here, some there, some... Wait. This one's got the Amber Heights gate code on it, just like the one I found earlier. And here's a letter. Wait, this is from Graham. Oh, of all the... Captain. He gave them the gate codes.
Graham isn't exactly known for his rationality.
Watch it. That's our leader you're talking about. My friend. I know he's got his head in the clouds, but I always believed there was a core of good there. What the hell happened to live and let live?
I always figured Mr. Bryant for a man of character. In the end, though, he was just another name on a long list of frauds.
Yeah. He had us all fooled. Now I've got to sort out how to break it to the rest of my people. Thank you for bringing this back, but I need some time. I gotta think. I'll let you know if I figure something out.
Hey, boss, I want to talk to you. I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. It makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way.
Never meet your heroes.
Graham wasn't my hero, but I did admire his work. At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The Iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better. But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony?
Don't go looking for role models, Felix. You're just asking to be lied to.
Yeah, maybe you're right. You'd never do something like that, would you? Slaughter a whole community of innocents?
Graham wasn't the one who killed all those people. He just allowed it to happen.
I'm sure Graham told himself the same thing. He wasn't the one who held the gun and pulled the trigger. All he did was turn a key. The thing is, that's all it takes. Sometimes the difference between right and wrong is turning a key, or looking the other way, or keeping your mouth shut when you ought to speak up. Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me.
Should've just said never. So if that's the case, man, like, should I even be helping the Iconoclast? Like...
The gunship. Have you secured its targeting module?
Before we get to that, I want to know something.
All right.
What's your story?
Before all this, I was a writer for MSI's product catalog. It was my purpose to spread awareness of Saltuna in its various forms. The certainty with which I spun among the other cogs in their machine stifled creativity and personal growth.
Can relate. Flying my own course may be dangerous, but at least it's freedom.
On that we agree.
I know you're responsible for the Amber Heights massacre.
When I founded the Iconoclasts, I did so amidst the ghosts of this planet's past. Since then, many have asked me, why here? Were you involved in the massacre? Was that some gruesome plot to clear a path for my dreams? My response to you is the same as to all others. The death of MSI was an incidental tragedy. I'd have walked this path with or without it.
You're avoiding the issue. You set pirates on innocent lives.
I did no such thing. Their deaths came in the night while I slept in Stellar Bay. And regardless, we're discussing a past long since left behind. Those ghosts still haunt me. But they needn't curse my people. When the entire colony has embraced our truth, perhaps then the perpetrator will come into the light. Until then, it does us no good to dwell on past mistakes.
Why though? Why did they deserve death?
If I were the type of man to make that decision, and I assure you I am not, I'd have to be so obsessed with dismantling their regime that I'd turn to desperate measures. I have since learned that their mistakes will end them in time, and that we will persevere where they do not. But back then, suffocating under that oppressive culture, I can understand a lesser man than myself making a terrible, ghastly mistake.
Calling massacre a ghastly mistake is you're avoiding the question, why did they deserve it? You're avoiding the question, why did they deserve it?
If MSI had abandoned this place and taken to Terra 2, any hope for our salvation would have been lost. Here, without the shackles of the Halcyon Board, we are free to grow as the universe intended. Had we fled with MSI, our spirits would have withered. You've seen that withering yourself. The colony is dying. The massacre of Amber Heights, unfortunate as it was, presented the slim possibility of saving the souls of Terra 2. Here we are, poised to do just that.
Yeah, I have a feeling the rest of your people won't agree.
If that's the case, they are free to say so. And I will take their opinions into consideration after we've accomplished our goals. For now, our sights must remain on spreading our message. Let us speak no more of this. The gunship. Have you secured its targeting module?
What do you plan to do with it?
Mount its guns to our walls or the walls of Stellar Bay. The board is coming, Captain, and these weapons will defend us from their blasphemies.
You really think the board is going to attack
Why
you?
wouldn't they? As we speak, our message assaults their populace through their favorite entertainment mediums. Surely their retaliation will come soon.
There was a couple of dialogues I wanted to go with, but yeah, bro, like, I don't know, man. This dude's a little crazy.
If the Iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the Iconoclasts.
Could you agree to a truce with the Iconoclast?
They're all mad! And what's more, they left us! I don't see any way for us to work together.
I've read your review, Sanjar. You can't do this alone.
Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir.
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish.
You're good with details, but you could use someone who sees the big picture.
You too?
He has a point, sir. And it's not all bad.
Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The Iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts.
How did things get so bad between you and the Iconoclast?
How do these things ever start? Once upon a time, Graham and I saw the same problems with MSI. A rigid corporate structure with no regard for its people. But, where I wanted to reform MSI, he only wanted to take it apart. As if starving in the wilderness is somehow better than starving under corporate mismanagement. He won't hear reason now, and I wouldn't trust him again.
What about Graham's second in command, Zora?
That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group patched up like she has. I don't know how she does it.
I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first.
Are you serious?
One can't be haphazard about these things. Besides, if you think her skills will complement mine, then we should see what those skills are.
Fine.
Excellent. Her review would be in the Rizzo offices in Cascadia. Bring it to me, and I'll see if she's qualified.
Why do you need the targeting module?
Well, because the module controls the weapons systems.
So bad about the Iconoclast reaching the gunship.
Can you imagine what those maniacs would do with weapons like that? They'd wreak havoc.
You said that like it's a problem.
The board would consider us complicit in any of their folly. That would only get us ousted again.
And roll back all the progress we've made at reconciling with the rest of Halcyon.
Good point.
Even if they merely sat on the scraps, the threat of a bunch of anarchists holding a gunship would bring the full wrath of the board down on Monarch. We can't afford that.
I'm skeptical they'd care enough to wipe us out, but if they did, we wouldn't stand a chance.
Oh, you see our quandary then.
Seems like your people should be able to handle this.
Look, Celia, he's being funny again.
I don't think so, sir.
Really? Well, I could have sworn... Well, that's not important. What is important is that there's a considerable distance between us and that ship, and most of it is inhabited by marauders and raptidons.
Yeah, that's pretty treacherous.
It is, and that's not saying anything about the sulfur pits, the mantisaurs, the iconoclast rebels... Celia, do we have any pep pills? I'm feeling lightheaded.
I'm afraid you finished them going over the sales reports last week.
Oh, well, I suppose you see our predicament.
I mean, why do you need the gunship's weapon system?
Because once we mount them on Stellar Bay's walls, no marauder or raptidon will ever be a threat to us again.
Gotta hand it to you, Sanjar. That ain't a bad plan.
It's absolutely foolproof. Stellar Bay will be as secure as any other settlement in Halcyon.
I don't see how UDO is going to let you keep their toys.
The board's own salvage and recovery clause 32B would say differently.
And they won't dare challenge us over this. Not after the data you found on their experiments here.
Just don't ask me to lug a bunch of cannons from that ship, too.
Don't worry. We'll send an engineering team for those later. We'll have to disconnect them from the rest of the ship.
Of course, they'll be useless without that targeting module, which is why it's critical that you retrieve it.
Says the guy sending me to go get it.
Surely you don't mean that. I thought we were in this together, like a team. I'm the dashing mastermind with a head for numbers, and you're my roguish sidekick who always gets the job done. And you're just a little bit smitten with me, but won't admit it.
That is definitely not what's going on here.
The point is, this weapon system would be a powerful advantage, and we can't risk the Iconoclast getting it.
Okay, enough about the gun
Good,
shit.
because we haven't a moment to lose.
I'll let you know when I made progress, motherfucker.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Got some bad news about Braxton.
That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift?
Yeah. He was killed by cannibals.
That's... Wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
It's a rotten way to go now.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on Captain herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Motherfucker ain't stealing shit anymore, that's for sure. Yeah. Alright, y'all. Well, that concludes the end of this walkthrough, man. As always, been a pleasure and honor to have you join me on this fabulous adventure, man. This game is a blast to play. Oh, beginning of the video and the end of the video too, baby. Let's go. 2 for 1. Yo. Anyways, but yo, yo. Alright. What an outro. Alright, y'all. Like I was saying, it's been a pleasure and honor. As always, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Join me next time, man. It's your boy Mugen saying peace, and we out, man. I love ya.